That sumbitch as tough as woodpecker lips.
The Southern Saturday Podcast.
Oh, well, come on, son. You couldn't whoop a pitcher of meat.
It's like giving your ears a big glass of sweet tea.
Come on, boy. Shit.
Drink up and enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Southern Saturday Podcast. I got a very special guest today. She drove almost 10 hours just for me, Miss Amanda Meadows, or y'all might know her as Charlene, the Trailer Park Queen.
I'm here.
Yes, and I'm so happy that you came.
I'm nervous.
No, she was fine before we turned this on. We've been talking for 20 minutes.
I know, I'm really shy.
I don't think you're shy at all. I mean,
Really
so
shy.
look, it's your bloopers are the funniest thing because it kind of shows your shyness when you're out in public. I love when the cars drive by and you duck down in the field. those are,
I dug down because I'm like, if the neighbors see me dressed up like this, and then somebody says, well, you're putting it on the whole internet. I'm like, I don't. But I got to live around these people.
Right. It's different, right? Like whenever I dressed, I did a video, I told you about it, but nobody else knows, where we dressed up as like Freddie and Jason and stuff, and we went riding the golf cart. We're riding it through the neighborhood, and my neighbors are just going, is it Freddie and Jason and Michael Myers just riding a golf
Did you
cart?
post it yet?
No. I'm waiting for the first day of fall, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because it's I plan on it being like when the first leaf drops, like that's when they're allowed to come back outside. Mm-hmm. So like first day of fall type thing.
You'll probably get it taken down.
It might.
It probably will.
Well, I made sure to have no knives or blood or, you know what I mean?
I was just dancing in mine, and it didn't even get.
Wait a minute,
I don't know.
that got taken down?
Yeah.
Wow, what was the reason?
I had no idea. They just, I don't know.
Guys, let me tell y'all something. We're in agreement on this, all the TikTok creators. It is just the worst app.
Right now,
It is the worst app.
I think maybe it's got something to do with this whole election stuff, that they're just kind of just pushing that. And
But you know what's crazy to me is like you would think that TikTok would want to do everything it can to make everybody love it.
Especially the creators that's
Because
been on
of the
there
whole
so
TikTok
long.
ban or whatever.
Yeah.
You would think that they wanted everybody to be like, please don't, I don't give a fuck if TikTok leaves or not. This is terrible.
It sucks. Like, you can't even make, people already, since I got that house, they're like, you got paid from TikTok real good. I'm like, TikTok is not providing what y'all think it's providing.
No, it used to be. I used to be very happy with TikTok.
Yes, me too.
And now I'm at the point now where I wish they would just give me my views back.
Yeah, just give me the views and just let my people see my stuff. That's all I want.
That's what I want too, because all I really want is to make them laugh. So just show them my videos. Mm-hmm. There'll be people, every now and then a video will break through. It's usually when I do a Southern Grandpa, which I just don't want to do Southern Grandpa for every video.
That's what I'm saying. If I don't do anything, like, it's Trailer Park Dad or Charlene. Them are the only two things I can do, and it'll stay on the For You page. But if I venture out of that,
And which is a shame, because I used to love your real estate skits.
I know. I
loved
loved those so much. I love doing those, but they just took so long.
I bet they did.
So long to edit, so long to film, and all that work, and it don't get seen, so you just don't want to do it.
That really pisses you off.
It makes me real mad.
Oh man, I'm telling you, anytime that I work, and there's videos where we've worked for like a full day on it, and I've just been so excited about it, and just to see it not get pushed out.
That's why I don't like try to enhance my quality or anything, because it's like, if I do all this work,
It defeats the purpose.
It's not going. People want to just see the raw and natural, but like anything I do anymore just will not get the push if it's outside of my characters.
Yeah.
It's odd to me. They kind of like box you in.
But you know, it does to me on other platforms. I don't know how it does for you, but
Facebook.
TikTok does not. TikTok will not. It does not push out my non-grandpa videos.
Yeah,
they're just
TikTok will
not going out.
Yeah, but every other platform, I'm okay on there. Like,
Yeah, the
I don't know what
consistency
happened.
is the same on other platforms, but on TikTok it's a joke.
Yes.
Which is a bummer, because like it used to be so much fun to post on TikTok.
And like, I used to see all this stuff on there that made me laugh, and it was just so uplifting. But now you get on there, it's like people begging, and I don't got this, I don't have my rent money. I'm like, God.
Or all these people that start their videos like, look, I don't give a fuck if you do this or not. The t-shirt's down here. I'm like,
yes. And
if you didn't care, then you wouldn't make that video.
Exactly.
You want me to buy it. I'd rather you show me the t-shirt and tell me it's cool.
I'd rather, and if you're going to try to sell me something, I'd rather you don't even talk about the product. Just let me see it on you, or something like that.
Right.
That's how I'm gonna buy it.
Well, I told Courtney, you know, we started her page or whatever, and it's geared more towards the ladies because I don't have any female followers. And she wants to do TikTok shop videos. And I was like, well, that's fine, but I want to do them like funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I've never watched a video where somebody's like, so I just got this and it does this
it will not
and that.
keep the
I'm
attention.
like, dude, no. I told you, I said you ought to get like a vacuum cleaner or something and just tell them like my dog just shit on the rug.
Or
Let's see
vacuum
if this
the
some
damn
bitch
grass.
works. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think those are the ones that catch people is if you have something funny. And every TikTok shop thing that I've ever bought has been a t-shirt, but nobody said a word in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like a showcase of the shirt.
I am addicted to like the TikTok shop though. Like I will buy stuff.
I do
but
too.
I like to find it. Don't shove it down my throat. Like I just want to find what I want.
Yeah, and I don't mind if people are making like a comedy. I never see like the TikTok shop videos. Like my wife's page will be full of them because she'll watch them.
Yeah.
If I see one, I scroll past it. So I never really get them.
Me too.
But every now and then when I do, I like when I watch a video and then I get to the end and I'm like, I wonder what shirt he had on. And then I realize like, oh, he had it linked.
Yeah.
But he didn't beat me over the head with it the whole time.
Yes, that is what's going to sell me.
I think so too.
My friend on there though, she does TikTok shop. She makes like $87,000 a month. A month. So there is major money in TikTok shop.
Is this what does she do?
She just sells for TikTok shop.
Oh, okay. So it's not like her product. She sells like.
Yeah, no, she's not no creator or nothing like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She's strictly TikTok shop. And now she's gotten her following so high that she's teaching people how to do like the.
Same thing with the girl I had on here. She's from here. Her name's Allie from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And all she does is TikTok shop. And she's made like an outrageous amount of money so far this year, like $100-something thousand.
Yeah,
and I'm
this
like,
lady done paid her house off, is buying another house. I mean, you can make a lot of money into it, but
yeah.
I just can't get into it like that. Like,
well, I'm just not good at that.
I'm not a salesman or, you know what I'm saying? I used to sell some vacuum cleaners though. Whew, I could do that.
Like a rainbow?
A Kirby.
Oh, yeah. My grandpa was no, he was rainbow. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, that was rough.
Did y'all used to run one of those things where you let 10 people watch and then they get like a free Kirby or something?
Let me tell you what Kirby did. They would say, when you're doing the demonstration, drink the cleaner because it's non-toxic and that lets the customers know that it's okay. Your kids are not going to get poisoned. So I'm in there drinking the cleaner, vacuuming.
Does it taste good?
It's disgusting.
You could at least flavored it for y'all.
I mean, I was like, God, I hated it. I mean, but I was a good salesman when it came to that because I was sitting there drinking the damn chemicals.
Good God.
That's funny.
But they didn't know if when you left you dropped dead or not.
Yeah, I know. They didn't know. They just like, all right.
We had to watch one of those rainbow things. Did y'all have any kind of pyramid thing like that where if you like people watched it, you got a free?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like we had this rainmate thing. So like with the whole rainbow, if you have like so many demonstrations, you get a free.
That's right. And it sits out
That's
or
what I
whatever.
got.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how I got mine.
Well, we sat through one of like Courtney's cousins or whatever, and the lady was sitting there and she got one of the attachments on the end stuck, and she's sitting there pulling it, and all of a sudden she just right into our coffee table and knocks a chunk out of it. And just keeps going. And dude, from then on, I'm pissed. Like, I'm furious. I don't want to hear anything more about your rainbow vacuum. They're like, you want us to go to your bed? I'm like, no, I don't. No,
Man, when
you.
they did my bed, that's what sold me. I was like, I've been laying in that shit, that dirt.
But I think if you would have cleaned that with a regular vacuum,
That's
you'd have been like, yeah, I've been still laying in that fucking shit in there. Like, the people would suck up the dirt out of the rug and then put it back down and suck it up again. And I told Courtney, I was like, I think if you went and got your vacuum, you'd still suck up that dirt.
Yeah, I think it's just like the fibers that's already in
It's just-
your
exactly.
rug, and that they're like tearing your rug up because of the suction.
Exactly. But my grandpa, he sold rainbow vacuums when he was young, like door to door.
We had to go door to door. It's so strange because this van would pick you up in the morning.
I've heard these
And you would
stories.
just get in the van and they drop you off in these neighborhoods and you're on your own. It's so unsafe.
Nowadays, you're not going to the neighborhoods. You're going to Guatemala if you get in a van.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely. I'm about to say, yeah, that is so unsafe.
I'm telling you, there's things that I look back on being young and being like, you were an idiot. Like, it's amazing that I'm alive.
You and me both.
I remember there was You remember when knife salesmen were like a big thing? Like, was that a big thing up
Not
there?
in our town, not that I know of.
Oh,
But see,
dude.
they don't
Same
come
thing.
to the
They'd
trailer
they'd
park.
come pick you up in a van, and like 10 people would go door to door selling knives. And then they'd come pick you back up at whatever location you were supposed to go meet them at.
That is so dangerous. Just think about that.
I know. But I mean, it's just.
It wasn't at the time.
No,
Well, just
I
think
guess
about
not.
Facebook Marketplace. You're selling something for $5.
Exactly.
And meeting a stranger.
And they're like front porch pickup. I'm like, you people are crazy.
I know, you ain't coming to my house.
No, I'll meet you at Walmart.
Walgreens
And in the
is
very
my
end of the
go-to.
parking lot, front porch pickup. Yeah, right.
I know. I
No
don't
way.
think so. People are crazy nowadays.
I tell you what I've noticed since I've started doing these and like following other Southern creators, I've realized that we're all the same, but so different, like depending on the regions. Like the way that y'all talk, I've never heard accents like that down here. No, not even close. And words y'all use.
Really? Like, what's an example?
So like I don't know if you use it, but like yuns and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, we do say that.
We don't say it at all. All we say is y'all. That's it.
We say y'all and say yuns.
Never heard anybody down there say that.
My dad said that a lot, but he was born up north and stuff, so, and he moved down to Virginia.
I've noticed it's a
area,
lot of the
so-
Appalachian type area that uses those words.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think of something else. I don't know, but definitely yuns. We never use that at all. And like even when I go to Tennessee, their inflection they put on certain words is completely different than ours. Even though we're all Southern, we're all doing the same shit. We're all going to Dollar General and all these things.
Yeah, and I like I told you whenever I came down here, I was like, "How do y'all breathe? Like this is so humid down here, and it's humid in North Carolina too." So
I know.
I was like, "But it's way different here." Like,
Yeah. I
wake up,
try
I
to
can
explain
breathe.
it. I try to explain it to people, and they're like, "No, dude, trust me, it's hot where I'm from." I was like, "I know, but I'm just telling you, like Mobile is
hot
stupid.
here. It
It's
is
so
hot
stupid."
here.
I guess it's because we're so close to like the equator, like we're at the bottom. It is so in July. There's days like I remember back when I used to smoke. I would walk outside in July and be like, "This is not fucking worth it," and I would just walk back inside. It was so hot.
God, every time you just take a breath, it's like you just feel heat.
It's like walking through butter, kind of.
Yeah, and it's no like air to just kind of blow it away.
Oh no, you ain't got no wind. No, you're just in heat.
Yeah, and like I told myself my hair is gonna be a big old puffball when I leave here. I know it is. We wouldn't stay straight this morning.
Dude, I remember like in the summer we'll go fishing or something, and like say it's a rough day and you're not catching anything, and by like 12 o'clock you're like, "Fucking hate this day." Like it's, you just jump in the water and get back out.
I don't sweat. Like I literally don't sweat, but I feel so clammy
Oh, you'll sweat down
every
here.
day. Yeah,
That's like I went out to
there.
Arizona to I don't remember what part, Phoenix, I think. My grandma used to live there.
Is it hot there?
Huh?
Is it hot in Arizona?
So it is, but it's not. You don't sweat.
No, really.
Like it's 115 degrees, but it feels kind of just like you're standing like by an oven. And you just don't sweat.
They don't have no humidity there.
No, it's so dry.
That's different.
Excuse me, sorry.
I'm telling you what, we came through Atlanta last night, and I thought that was the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
You never been to Atlanta?
No, the big old buildings. I was like,
man.
I'm meant to be here.
We go to Atlanta probably 5-6 times a year.
What's
We're
in
huge
Atlanta?
Braves fans, so we go all the time.
So there's a bunch of stuff to do.
Oh yeah. If you ever go, you should go to like Atlantic Station. It's almost like it's like a city inside the city with all these things to do. It's almost like an outside mall almost.
Oh, really?
And then obviously going to Braves games is fun. They're cheap and
I want to go to a dang baseball game, but he's gonna say no. I like the Yankees, and he likes. The
I
Braves,
went to the new Yankee Stadium probably about 8 years ago, and it was nice, but
Really?
I got stuck there afterwards, and it's in a rough part of town. And because I was out of town, my phone like cut off my bank card or whatever, you know, because I didn't call ahead of time and said, "Hey, I'm going to New York," and I couldn't get an Uber or anything. And people are just, oh, dude, I was freaking out, and people were screaming at me like right in my face, and I'm just like looking. I just got my head down because I flew there, so I don't even have a pocket knife. You know what I mean? I've got nothing, so I'm just walking, and these people, I'm walking towards where I need to go, but I'm trying to get my Uber to work. I'm just sitting there looking at my phone, and people are just all these houses that are by this place. all the front doors are open and they're all just out in the street and they're partying and screaming and yelling and dude, they're just running up to me like, I'll fucking kill you. And I'm like, I know you will. I will. I'm just kidding.
I didn't have to turn trailer park on them.
I'm telling you, it was just too many of them for me to, say anything. So I'm just sitting there with no weapon, nothing, just head down. Just please let me find an Uber to get the fuck out of here. It was terrible, but the game was good. And the guy told me, the guy that took me there, the Uber that took me there, he's like, you go into a night game? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. He's like, afterwards, don't take the subway and you come straight home. And I was like, okay.
Really? It's like that in the city.
Well, where I stayed in the city was fine. But like, they built that, like, I think it's out in the Bronx. And it's just like not in a great spot to be at midnight. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, when this game gets over, you need to just come on back. Don't take the subway. And I was like, okay.
Well, that's nice of him for looking out for you like that, though.
Yeah, go to a day game if you go. You'd be fine. And let them know ahead of time that you need your Uber or whatever. Don't cut off your bank card.
So how did you get started in the content creating?
I made fun of, I put up a video of Courtney making fun of her accent because, yeah. So the first video that I put up you mentioned last night, I used to do those stupid ass fitness videos, but they never did anything. Like 5 people saw them. And it was like my family. I did. They're still up. Oh, okay. People can still go see them. They're terrible. And I put up a video of Courtney sitting at the kitchen table, and I was like, she said something about somebody hogging something. And I was like, oh, was they hogging it? And I just kept making fun of her accent. And I started doing her voice or whatever. Well, it got like 10,000 views or something like that. Which, when you have nothing, you're like, what the fuck? This is crazy. I've never had a video do 200 views, And I was like, shit. I was like, I'm way funnier than her. She's not funny. And so I started making a video. And I was like, if they think the way she talks in the South's funny, they should hear the sayings that the old men say. So I just put on those overalls just are a happenstance thing. They're the only thing I had in my house that night that would make me seem like an old man. Right. So I was like, the old men will wear a button up and camouflage. So I just put it on. And it's become like a Superman outfit or something you change into.
Man, that Southern Grandpa character is so funny, but Dolores is my favorite.
Every female's favorite is Dolores. And a lot of men's favorite is Dolores. But the reason I don't do her that much is because she doesn't do well.
Dolores?
No.
Really? Say bitch how Dolores says it.
I'm going to bust you wide open, bitch.
I think that is the best part when she says bitch. Because my best friend, she used to pick on me on how I say the word bitch. Yeah. Because I'm like, bitch. And she's like, that doesn't even sound right. And then when I heard you say it, I was like, that is so funny. Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. Everybody knows somebody like Dolores. They might not sound like Dolores, but they know somebody like Dolores. Like, still rocking that 80s mullet. She's smoking Virginia Slims. Like, she keeps them in a pocketbook. She's always getting into it with everybody. Everybody knows a lady like that. And so when I did her, she did really well, but only with Grandpa. Like, if I do her alone, like when she goes to bingo or something, it doesn't do. Really? You would think that'd be the opposite. I think those videos are hilarious. They're some of my favorite videos. Relatable. But the same thing that you were talking about, dressing like Dolores is a hassle. God, so I don't want to do all that. Do a video as her that just goes in the tank. Yeah. Now, I think if she was on your page and one of your skits, that video would probably do well. Yeah. But if we put that video on my page, I think it would just... I wonder why. I don't know. I think it's because... Which, I mean, even as a man, I think that Dolores is funny. Yeah. But I think that I attributed that to maybe my audience being 90% male. Well, see, I have a lot of females. I don't really have a lot of male followers. Right. When I look through your comments, it's mostly all ladies. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, actually, because you're a lady, I think. I mean, when I first started, it was just the men wanting to see Charlene for some reason, that ugly character. but it took a mind of its own. How did you decide what Charlene was going to look like? Oh, my God. I used to use this. I've had wigs my whole life. Like, when we were growing up. I was fixing to say, did you already have the wig? Yeah, my parents used to just take us to these thrift stores, and we would buy wigs. Like, I was like a wig fanatic. And so I kept this one big old fluffy curly wig, and I was like, I'm gonna try see what that does on the internet because I've always acted stupid. So when I put that wig on, I was like, that's a good Charlene wig, but it's not the wig that I want. It's not it. So I went and I tried another wig. So you were building
the character there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried another wig, and I was like, not really doing it for me. Then I went to Walmart, and I got a $5 Halloween wig, and it's made me well over $5,000 now.
Oh yeah. So it's a $5 Halloween wig.
$5 Halloween wig.
Dolores is Amazon, and I bought 2 of them. I bought a blonde one, which she ended up being blonde, and I had a black one. Mm-hmm. And when I put the black one on, I just looked like a 80s rocker. Yeah, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So when I put hers on and I come in there talking to Courtney and I hadn't decided what voice she was gonna have. I gave her Sue Bob's voice later. I came in talking to Courtney and I started doing Sue Bob's voice and I sent it to a few of my friends in like a little group chat, and they're like, dude, you have got to do this character now.
Oh my
So that's how she was born.
I mean, Charlene, the character is based off of a real person anyway.
Is her name Charlene?
No, her name is Vicky in real life.
Oh, okay.
And that whole character, everything Charlene, the way Charlene acts is exactly how Vicky acted. So my movements, the smoking thing,
the mannerisms,
everything.
Like saying, let me ask you something. Is saying like the way that you say right? That's like your catchphrase to me.
Right.
Is that how people up there say right after stuff?
Everything. I do it too, but I don't say it like that.
See, we down here don't do that either. That's another thing like y'all do.
Confirmation like that you can hear me.
Oh yeah.
Y'all say like whenever someone's saying something like, and they don't hear you, do you say?
No.
See, I do that bad.
But see, like it's so crazy that we're all Southern, and like those little bitty things are different. Like what I say is, if they say something, they'll say, "I'll just go say it again." Like I just say for them to say it again, or like down here we might not say nothing. They'll literally just be like,
yeah, like they'll go,
yeah,
or I'll just say, and everybody picks on me down there for that because I got that from my dad. If you can't hear me, or if I don't think you're listening, it's like say. What'd you say? But that's what it means. Say.
Yeah, it's like there was a guy that my brother used to work for. He was they built oil well sites, and he was the boss of all the buildings. And instead of like, do y'all say if you want somebody to follow you or something, like I'll be like, come on or whatever.
But
come here, yeah. And he would always say, come see. Like he was a little bit Louisiana, like a little bit of Cajun, and he would just be like, come see. Like that's how he told you to, even if he wasn't showing you something, come see.
I wouldn't even know what that meant.
I would think that I was supposed to follow you, but I don't know. The mannerisms are funny. They're funny.
Yeah, I agree.
So are all of your skits things that have happened, or now?
Well, I mean, now that I've got a following,
right? You make stuff up on your own,
and keep your audience engaged, really. But all my earlier stuff and everything that's Trailer Park Dad, that is real. I mean, that's just how Daddy talked to us. He was so brutal. But I mean, honestly, he was a lot worse. If I would put what he really was like on the internet, I'd get banned.
Yeah,
banned. Yes, I wouldn't. But yeah, Charlene is real, and that I'll tell you how Charlene happened. One night, my dad was drinking real bad, and whenever he got like that, my mom would go and take us out to the Thunderbird, and we'd all just sit in there till he calmed down. Well, we went out there one day, and Charlene had her windows open, and she was in there dancing with all these men and stuff. Like she just got down. She was a prostitute lady of the night.
Yeah, of course.
And so she was in there dancing, and I was like, what is she doing? Mommy said, cover your eyes. And I just watched her every day after that, and I just started mimicking her.
You should do a skit where somebody sees inside. You might have already done it.
No, I haven't.
Where somebody sees inside Charlene's trailer.
I'm gonna do it.
They're walking by and they're like, "What the fuck?"
I know my mom. She was literally walking out, and I was like, "Mommy, she's naked. What is she doing in there?" She's like, "Cover your dang eyes."
That's hilarious.
She did it every night, and she had an American flag tattoo on her ear, and everybody was like, "Why did you get punched in your ear, Vicky?" It was just one of those tattoos that just looked like a bruise.
Yeah, and it was on this part of your ear, like the outside.
She had it on her earlobe.
That's hilarious.
Just looked like a bruise, like somebody had punched her.
I love this lady.
That woman's still alive. I still see her out and about sometimes.
Oh, that's awesome.
She don't know she's famous on the internet.
No. And have you told, like, have you made a video that it's about her?
Yeah, I've told people, like my earlier followers know, but the newer followers, if you don't go back and watch my old stuff, you probably won't even understand who Charlene is. So.
But it don't matter. It's still funny. I think if somebody started watching Charlene tomorrow, it's funny.
They might not understand, but, I mean, I'll have a bunch of stuff in my website, though, too. My whole background story that they could read. But
I went to your
that.
website the other day, and it was really nice.
Oh, thank you. My manager did a really good job on that.
I was about to ask you who did it. I did one through. I haven't finished it yet, but I just bought it through GoDaddy. That way, if anybody eventually wanted to get the Justin Stagner website, they couldn't.
Yes.
So I went ahead and bought it just so I could have it.
That does happen a lot.
I'm
People
sure.
will just go by. I know a man that went and bought Amanda Meadows' name off of GoDaddy, and he will not sell me that domain. He won't.
But why?
I know. What do you need it for?
What a
He does
weirdo.
it to a lot of creators.
But he doesn't do it. Wait a minute. So he just does it for the simple joy of being a bitch.
Yeah, and so like if you want to make money, if you want that domain, you have to pay a whole lot more money to get it back.
Oh, so he would sell it to you for a ridiculous amount of money.
People do that. That's insane.
Yeah,
that
I know they
that.
do, but I'd rather just tell him to kiss my ass.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, that's
hell with it.
ridiculous.
No, thank you.
What a stupid thing to do. I've heard of people doing that with people's email addresses. Like, they'll have a kid be born or something, and, like, the person will go ahead and get first name, last name at Gmail.
You don't even know
I'm like,
Gmail's going to be here in 20
What
years.
is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? It doesn't even make any
insane.
sense. I can't imagine. But these people dedicate their lives to weird shit.
Yeah, they do.
There's people that dedicate their whole lives to comments.
Yes, I know that.
Like, you got a whole troll account with no profile picture or an anime profile picture.
Or they get like obsessed with you and they start like sending letters to your house and stuff. And
I'm sure
gets
it's way
creepy.
worse with girls because, if you're slightly attractive, then men are just going to be like, oh my God. Like, every video Courtney puts up, she'll go to her hidden requests, and I'm like, you can't read those, Courtney. And she'll have fucking dick pics and everything in there.
I read them. I made the mistake of reading them. It was like, when are we going to... and I'm like, oh my God. I don't
Never.
I showed my husband, and he's like, dang, they going to pay?
That's what I told Courtney. Courtney's like, everybody keeps asking me about OnlyFans, and I was like, well, let's talk about it.
I'll show my feet.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, your feet, we'll sell those. You got a tattoo on there, they'll know it's your foot.
Damn, I could get on there dressed as Charlene and be like, y'all
you'd probably make a fortune.
On OnlyFans.
As Charlene.
Yeah, then my damn
I want to
dignity
do one
and
as
pride's
Dolores,
right out
and
the
we'll see
window.
how it goes.
Let's do it.
I do one as Dolores.
I dare you.
I told Courtney, I said, you ought to get an OnlyFans and just be like, this is the naughtiest picture I've ever posted. And when they open it up, it's just you in clothes, like,
oh my God,
they've
and
already
they still
paid.
paid for it?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
You shouldn't have told me that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and now they might never buy another one, but you'll get them the first time.
I'm going to go
Just
jail
her
and get
in
an outfit.
the pajamas. Just get them the one time.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, just go ahead and make your lick once, and then they'll probably, not going to sell
I'm
it.
just
They're not
kidding.
going to fall for it again. Then again, they might. People are stupid. I keep getting these every time I get an email that's like, sir, we've lost your credit card. Put in your information. I'm like, who's falling for this?
Do you fall for it?
No. I'm like, who?
And
How?
then,
It's got to be working because they keep doing it. So they're making a fortune off of idiots.
they even do that on Facebook. They'll get in your comments and say, if you click on this, you'll make $1 million. Who's clicking on that? And
Exactly. Show me one guy that was like, I clicked on this and now I have $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. And then I feel like they take your... Like, I had this account made... They made an account of me.
Yeah.
And they went and commented on all my stuff.
Mine too. They
And
do it all
looks
the
like
time.
It's me commenting.
Please
and I'm like,
DM me. I'm like,
who... Are y'all really thinking that that's
when
me?
they go click on the page, I'm like, don't you see he has 0 followers?
Yeah.
It doesn't even make any sense.
No, but these people will make you believe
Look,
that.
I've got something with my son where I'll literally look at him and I'll say, the world. And Jackson will say, it's full of stupid people. Like, that's our little motto because it's full of stupid people.
Yeah, and you're going to catch a sucker every day.
Yeah, and like it's like when I go to, I'm sure you probably don't get them, but like any man, when you go to your request, it's all porn.
Oh
like,
yeah,
every bit of it's porn.
Dirty stuff.
And it's a lady on there being like, I cannot wait to come to your house. Like I'm like, what 400-pound guy in his basement is like, oh, well, my address is like, and my bank account number is.
You'd be surprised.
Like, you dumb motherfucker, you.
Dumbass. I'm telling you.
Well, hey, give them all your money. Give them every dime that you've got to your name.
I'll take it.
There's a guy that I used to work with, and like this is the first time. Like it's happened to my grandma. She's got scammed before because I'm like, she's old, so I get that she. But some of the things that she'll fall for, I'm like, okay, even you shouldn't have fell for that. Like, you know. But there was a guy at work one time, and he come home, and he's like, his wife's sitting there. He had been out for a little while on like shoulder surgery or something, and so his wife comes home one day, and she hears him talking on the phone, and she's like, "Who was that?" Oh, and he's like, "Oh, it's the hospital call. They needed more money. We hadn't paid our medical bills." And he's like, "I just gave him our debit card and stuff." And she's like, "You idiot." She's like, "I've already paid the..." I was like, so I was pointing at him. I was like, y'all want to know who the guys are that fall for this stuff? There he is.
His mom. I'm telling you, my husband's mom is the worst. She brings her phone to me every day and be like, am I getting to get a check in the mail or something?
Yeah.
And she'll go out to the mailbox and bring in a Toyota damn card that they send you in the mail, and she'd be like, "Look, I want a free car. Look, they even put keys on it."
She's the luckiest person in the world.
Dang, honey, go up there and get your car.
Yeah, drive it back and show it to me. They're just trying to get you down to the dealership. That's all they're doing. Oh yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can win this car, but only if you buy that car first.
His brother's like that too. They believe. They're just so gullible.
My grandpa's problem is, he's dying to be rich. So if somebody tells him we'll make you rich, he's like, Justin, a fella called me and said he's going. I'm like, dude, God.
It's like my dad. He always would be like, go out there and check the mail. We got a check out there. No, them checks ain't real. You can't cash them checks.
I went and bought, whenever I graduated high school and I was going to move out. And I moved out probably like, I think 19. And I went to a local trailer park to buy a trailer and move it out on my family's land. Above their trailer. And I go to this trailer park and I'm looking at these trailers, and me and my grandpa are walking by, and there's this lady out there at the mailboxes, and she's opening all of them. And we went inside and we're like, there's a lady out there opening all the mailboxes. They're like, fuck yeah, that's I can't remember her name. Let's call her Charlene. She's like or Janine. She's like, yeah, Janine's out there. She's always looking for people's birthday cards and shit. And I was like, oh my God.
My dad had it. That's not a lie. We had locks on our mailbox.
I saw that with my own eyes. I saw it.
We had to put locks on our mailbox because people would just come out there and check your mail and take it. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Who does that?
I remember I used to live, like I said, I took the trailer and moved it 3 acres up. And so all our mail would come to the same address. It would come to the same mailbox. And I'd go down to my grandpa's house, and he'd be like, "You got some mail?" Every fucking piece of it's opened. Like he's read every bit of my mail.
Everything. You can't get mail. If I get mail at my mom's, it's opened every time.
Oh yeah.
They're so nosy.
Oh
it's like I just thought it was.
I don't know how y'all's are, but my grandpa and grandma will literally stand at their back door and be like, "Who is that going up there at Wayland's?" Whoever the neighbor is, like, "Did you see that black car coming? You ain't never seen that black car over at their house." Mm-hmm. I'm like, what does it matter to y'all?
I'm telling you, if a new bird comes up at the yard, they gonna know about it.
Yeah, and he'll call and talk. Like, my grandpa will watch somebody, because my dad lives like 6 acres. You can barely see his house from my grandparents' house, but it's a completely different driveway and everything. And my grandpa will watch somebody drive up there, and he'll be like, "You reckon I ought to call Waylon and see who that is at his house?" I'm like, no, why? I'm pretty sure he knows who it is.
Man, that's why the cameras now, you don't have to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, my grandparents would never. Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, when I tell my grandpa, because I want to make everything easier for him. Because if it was still up to them, they'd still go to every place that they owed a bill and give them a money order.
That's how my mom and dad were. Oh my God. Up until like my dad passed away, I was still going and getting money orders from the post office.
Yeah.
And going to these places. I'm like, "Mommy, do you know that you can do this online?" It's crazy, but she would rather pay it all.
Oh, I'm telling you. In person. My grandpa will still go pay like the ones he wants to pay in person. But like, I remember I set him up to pay something on his iPad, and I was like, "This is just going to come out every month." I was like, "I need your driver's license," and he said, "Like,
Yeah, like, that's
he
a
looked at
no-no.
me. You would have thought I said, "I need your firstborn, and I need to kill him." Like,
Yes,
he
I
was-
started memorizing my mama's license numbers, her social security number, everything, because it's hard to explain to an older person, this is the way we're going to do things now,
Yeah,
when they're already sitting that way. So I just took every bit of her information, paid her bills, and she don't have to worry about it now.
exactly. That's what you have to do. Because my grandpa, he literally, I was like, I was like, Dad's going to come down there and he's going to take a picture of your driver's license and he's going to send it to me. He said, you make sure you delete that as soon as, I'm like, nobody gives a shit about your driver's license. What are they going to use it for?
My mom is the
Now I
same
get
way.
it when they were so scared. If I remember like whenever PayPal and stuff first started being a thing, and like I would set him up something to pay a bill or something, I'd be like, "What's your social security number?" And he would be like, "You ain't getting my social security number."
Yeah, my mom was still like that. That's why I just took it. Don't. I hope she don't see this, but I mean, that's how I get their bills paid and stuff.
It's so much
it's
easier
just-
than them going wherever.
Yes.
I called my dude. Oh my God. I do this at stand up, but I'm going to tell you this story because it's so funny. I called my grandpa the other day and I said, I need your, I can't remember what it was. It was one of his bills, like his card expired or something, and they needed to update the card. So I called him. I was like, I need your bank account number. And he said, my bank account number? I said, yeah, it's just for the same bill that you already pay. I said, I just got to redo it. And he's like, oh, he's like, where would I find that? I don't know my damn bank account number. I said, it's probably on one of your statements because he still gets his statements in the mail like an old person should. And I was like, it's probably in one of those statements. And he's like, oh, okay. So he said, let me call you back. And him and my grandma called me back. And he said, now what did you say you needed? I said, I needed the
that's
bank
my
account
dad.
number. He said, okay, I got it right here. He said, you ready? And I said, yeah. And he said, XX, XX, XXX, 765. Dude, I could not breathe. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And I hear my grandma in the background, I told you that wasn't what it was.
God, that is
And
my parents.
he's not laughing at all. Like, he's confused why the fuck I'm laughing. And he's sitting and adjusting that with 7 X's and then 765. I'm like, yeah, I got it. I know what it was.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And he don't even know why that's funny. Everybody I tell that story to, I just can't. I'm telling you, I couldn't breathe. I threw my phone down and I was just dying laughing because he just, as I'm laughing, he's still going XX, XXX.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh my God, it's the funniest thing in the world. And that's the greatest part about him is he doesn't mean to be funny ever and always is.
That's how my dad was. Gosh, I miss him. Y'all would have really kind of.
Hit it off.
Well, your family sounds a lot like my dad.
Yeah. I got a lot of the same things. That's what I said. We got the different mannerisms, but I think we're all growing up the same life down here.
No, I feel like that too. Still hot as hell down here though.
Oh yeah. Now I went to Myrtle Beach, which is below you, but I went up there to play golf in August, like end of July, early August, and I was like, God, I wonder if it's gonna be hot. Because down here, if you was to go play golf in the middle of the day in July and August, you would die. I mean, absolutely die. You'd have to take ice water all day, and it was nice in South Carolina. It was still hot,
Yeah.
but like the guys up there, like, oh, it's a hot day, ain't it? I was like, guys, y'all have no idea. Like you would be a puddle in
Are
Mobile.
y'all close to water or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from the Gulf, we're like an hour, and like we got rivers everywhere right here. Like I wish we could take y'all and go see the bay. We have it's one of those things where when you live here, you don't realize things are cool
Yeah.
until somebody else comes and is like, what the fuck is this? And you're like, this is the bay. Like
What is it?
So Mobile Bay dumps into the Gulf, and we've got a bridge called the Causeway and a road. What am I trying to say? Like a land bridge too that runs across it simultaneously. And one side is the bay that dumps into the rivers, and the other side is the bay that dumps in the Gulf. And you can't even see the end of that side. We got the USS Alabama that sits in it, and like it's really cool.
Really?
You don't
sounds
realize
cool.
it's cool because you see it every day.
Yeah.
And like when other people come down here, you're like, oh,
Well,
I
you
guess that
tell me
is
about
cool.
some bridge. We went over some bridge last night, and oh my God, I was terrified.
It was
like,
Dolly Parton Bridge. It had to be.
It was the
only one
longest
you'd
bridge.
go over.
I was like, is there water underneath us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's water. I was like,
You
my
cross,
God.
so you cross on the Dolly Parton Bridge, you cross like 3 different rivers. Or, well, 1 river and like 3 creeks.
It was dark, so I couldn't see beside us or anything, but I could just
You'll
see
see
the
it today,
lights
though.
all over the bridge. I was like, wow, this is insane.
It's so long.
It is a long bridge.
You'll be able to see today why they call it the Dolly Parton Bridge. It's just got these 2 huge mounds with these little red lights at the top that flicker, so it just looks like 2 huge titties. That's not the name of the bridge.
Does everybody know it by that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So nobody here calls it what it really is. I don't even know the real name. But
It's just the Dolly Parton
Parton Bridge, DPB. That's what we all call it. Coming over and we say it like not in a joking way, just like, yeah, I was coming across the Dolly Parton Bridge yesterday. There was a wreck on the Dolly Parton Bridge. Like that's when you go home, you'll see why it looks just like 2 huge titties.
I'll be able to see the water too.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're crossing Mobile River right there and the Tensas River, and then you'll cross Lizard Creek and Mifflin Lake, and I think that's all.
I couldn't believe the buildings. Like we don't have.
Oh well, you know,
like
if you was to go downtown Mobile, it looks a lot like Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
Is Mobile far from here?
No, 10 minutes.
Dang, I didn't know.
So we're in the north part of Mobile County, and like West Mobile is like the uppity part. It's not city, but it is like
This ain't the rich part.
no, not
Fancy
at all. And so this ain't the poor part either. Like I could take you to Turnerville where I grew up, and you'd be like, oh, okay, this looks like back home probably. Like Turnerville's where I grew up, and like Turnerville, Citronelle area is like a little way more rural than this. This is perfect. The reason I like where I live is because I'm right at the line of like rural and still close to stuff. Like I can go to McDonald's and it'll be 2 minutes away, or Walmart's 5 minutes away where y'all stayed. Like you saw that part of town where y'all stayed is like exploding.
Yeah, it's nice over there.
Yeah, everything there is new pretty much within the last 10 years.
Right.
So that's all new. And we're 5 minutes from it, even though we're kind of
nice too. Like
well, that Walmart's old.
Really?
Yeah, it's been there a long time.
Ever
since I was a
kind of
kid.
Smaller, like
it is.
Than your average Walmart, but
it was the
nice
first 24-hour Walmart like that we had. We freaked out when they built it because we used to have a Walmart. Our Walmart and Kmart used to be side by side, like one little shopping center over from each other on a different part of the same town, and it wasn't a super Walmart, and that was the first super Walmart they built. And I remember everybody freaking out about it, and them telling us like, "No, this is going to be open 24/7." And my grandma and them couldn't. Who's going to go in Walmart 2:00 in the morning? I was like,
I love it.
Somebody will. I always did.
I know. That's when you don't got your shoppers out, and I grocery shop that late at night.
Now, I've never grocery shopped that late, but it's always one of those things where you're sitting there. I remember I used to be sitting in my trailer and like be like, everything's closed. Nothing's 24/7. We didn't have a Whataburger at the time. We did have one, but it was way away. Like, and I just remember being like, you could go to Walmart and get something, or if you needed something in the middle of the night, you can get a Walmart. Now that Walmart's not 24, ever since COVID, it's not 24/7 anymore.
Ours ain't either, and I hate that.
And it's just them cutting back on pay, I guess. They're already down to self-checkouts everywhere.
And they don't even work.
What pisses me off about the self-checkouts is the new ones where they want me to do all my groceries on the belt too. I'm like, fuck you.
No.
You need to give me a W-2. I want to get paid.
I don't bring my stuff up at Walmart. I always find a cashier.
Yes.
I will wait in the line.
If I'm doing groceries, I'm going to wait. Now, if I buy a screwdriver, I'm going to hit it and leave. But if I'm getting groceries, I'm not scanning all those groceries. You've lost your mind.
I don't even know where they
That's
go.
me
I
getting
don't even
paid.
know the order they go in. So,
I told somebody the other day I might scan a TV as a banana and fucking leave with it. I don't even know how you're going to get on me for that. Like, all I got to say is I don't know how this fucking works.
Yeah,
I'm not employed here.
You didn't train me.
Exactly. I'm not employed here.
And they always get me. They'll sit there and watch me ring up all my stuff and still stop me at the door for my receipt. Not him, though. They won't get him. He said, leave me the hell alone. I'm out of here. He said, nope.
It does piss you off, though.
It makes me mad.
Oh, man. It is aggravating.
Because they just seen me.
You're an employee. You should have been ringing me up. Now you want to stop me on my way out.
And you're just standing there at the door watching me scan.
And I guess it's not their fault, but Walmart is who's the shitty party.
Yeah, Walmart
You're
needs to fix
a
that.
multi-billion-dollar company, and you're trying to cut back on salaries so we can ring our own shit up. That's bullshit.
Yeah, Dollar General is trying to do the same thing, but they done got so many thieves, so they took them out.
I was about to say, is y'all's gone too?
Gone.
Because ours has a
But
sign
we still
over
got
it.
that bell
Ours-
that ring it for a cashier. But we don't, I mean.
Ours
they
has
don't
got
have
a sign with somebody wrote on it marker, no longer self-checkout.
Yeah, because of the thieves. They sure
It's
did.
Dollar General. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this the best place to have the honesty policy? It's not. And our Dollar General, it's brand new. Like, we got a bunch of them, but the one that's closest to me is brand new, and it is already the shittiest one.
Oh, yeah, but ours just got built too. I will say the woman in our little town, though, she has that bathroom decked out. I'll stop there just to go to the bathroom because she really takes care of that store. But any other Dollar General, it is so nasty. So nasty.
Ours is brand new, and it's awful. The shelves are empty. Like, when I say empty, I mean empty. Like, big gaps.
That's
and like,
how our Walmart
I'm sure
is.
the shit that they need to go on those shelves is in the back in boxes or on the floor in boxes. Mm-hmm. Like, and
Why
the
is it
cashier's
like
outside
that?
smoking.
Yeah, you daggone right about that.
That's where they're going to be.
Right. And she's on the phone.
Yeah.
She's on the phone.
Like a Waffle House waitress. Same thing. I tell y'all, I hate y'all leaving. You have to ask Brittany about this. The Waffle House, it's nowhere near. See, where we put Brittany up was in the Waffle House parking lot. Mm-hmm. So that's a little different. But the Waffle House that's right by our house is the nicest Waffle House in Alabama.
I love Waffle House. People think
I
I'm
do
joking
too.
whenever.
Shit.
I'm telling you,
Me and
I
Jackson
will-
go at least once a week. At least.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I go there after I'm drinking. That Waffle House ain't nothing better.
I don't want anybody to steal this idea, so I'm going to tell it to you off. Remind me to tell you what my Waffle House idea is off camera, because I have a funny one.
I'm going to Waffle House too. I just did a video at Waffle House.
Did you? What was yours?
I went on a date.
Oh, that's even better. That's good. That's good. Mine is actually about like Waffle House employees.
Damn, don't forget the cook that just got out of jail.
And I want them to let me film it in there, and they probably would because they all know me. And I feel like the way that I'm making fun of the Waffle House employees, they'll like it because I'll have to tell you off camera, but they'll like what mine is.
Whenever I want to film somewhere, I don't never ask anybody. They ask me. But in the event like Waffle House, I wanted to film there, so I call up there and be like, "Can I come and do this such and such at this time?" They'll tell you this is our hours where we're
slowest,
not,
yeah,
and just come in. But like the bars and stuff, they want me to come film there. They just think it's funny. I just show up anywhere I want to film.
I wanted to do some bar stuff, but I wanted it to be like.
It's loud in a bar.
Well, I was about to say, so what I was going to do is tell them like, hey, I know y'all open at 11. Can I come at 8 in the morning and y'all just let me in and film? Because I wanted to film like a bar fight like scene or something like that. And I knew if I went during hours, then you wouldn't be able to get anything done.
Nothing.
But that one that you filmed.
That is because Randy, his name is Jimmy in real life, but I call him, Randy for entertainment purposes. But whenever we have to film together, he is legit. He makes everyone shut up. The whole bar. They were drinking in there. They paid to be there.
Because it was pretty quiet during that.
Because Jimmy was like, y'all shut up. Keep your mouth shut. We're going to film this.
That's hilarious.
And everybody was in the bar just watching us and being quiet. They was like, one girl was like, shut up. She's trying to film. Like, to
That's
her
nice,
husband.
though, because, they didn't have to.
No, they didn't. Everyone was so nice about it. And everybody's like that. Anywhere we want to go film at, they just...
I remember we went and filmed at Walmart for Christmas last year, and Courtney would be filming, and then you're filming and you're doing your acting, so you try to pretend like you can't see her, first of all. Well, then she's got 3 people behind her also watching me. Yes. So now I got to pretend I can't see them as well. And then as soon as she yells cut, so like, are you the guy? I was like, yes. Obviously, why would I be doing this if I wasn't?
It is embarrassing. Well, not really that.
I don't get embarrassed.
But I used to get so embarrassed.
Courtney
because
does.
of the lipstick.
She gets super embarrassed.
Like the wig, that don't bother me, and I don't get embarrassed easily. But when I have to put that lipstick on, it hurts. Like after you get it off, if you leave it on for so long, it's Dollar General.
Well, mine
it's
is
just it like burns.
Dolores's is actually it's like a Halloween Joker kit. And I rub it with my finger in red and just put it on, and then I take the black and purple and just do her eyes.
I just take my lipstick and go like this.
Courtney, yeah, I know, that's my favorite part. Courtney would be like, why in the world is the only person that uses makeup remover in this house you?
I don't use it. I use my kids' baby wipes. And he's like,
dude.
Where's the baby wipes?
I used to sit in there and scrub this shit off. And then my mom, one day we were filming Dolores at her house. She's like, here, use one of these makeup remover pads. And I took it and I wiped it. And everything come off in one wipe. And I was like, oh,
I don't
my
use
God.
makeup remover. I need to figure out what that is.
I'll give them to you. You can take them with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, look, you can probably still see the red marks on my eyes.
I know. I used to have to scrub my shit. And then afterwards, I'd still walk in there and Courtney would be like, your eyes are still red. I was like, yeah, they're red from me scrubbing them.
Yeah, and I have a constant red ring around my mouth.
I bet.
All the time.
Because that's your like constant character. So I bet you it's aggravating.
Yes.
If I had to do that every time I was grandpa, I'd be like, we gotta change something. I don't know how you do it.
I've done that for going on 4 years now.
Yeah.
The same damn Dollar General lipstick. They need to sponsor me.
Dollar General, do y'all hear her?
I've had to use so much of that Believe lipstick. So
Is that what it's called? Believe?
Dollar General, whatever.
Clover Valley Red.
Clover Valley. That's hilarious.
I remember doing Dolores Get Ready With Me or whatever. And she was like, I got the Clover Valley purple on my eyes. And that was just another video that didn't do good because it was just her. And I thought that was all that. I thought that video was so funny. I was so proud of it. And it didn't do shit.
See, the ones I'm the most proud of, I'm like, this is going to go viral. I know it is. I posted and it's like 2 views.
Yeah.
I'm like, how in the world?
Well,
and then something I don't care about, like the other day, I posted that video about, it was something so stupid. I was like, I don't even care if this does good. It's just something I enjoy doing.
Right.
Me hiding behind the furniture.
I love that though.
I thought that was the most dumbest video.
I mean, but we got to see your house and you were hiding.
I was hiding.
And some of them were funny.
Well, in any house I've ever lived in, I thought if someone breaks in, I'm going to have somewhere to hide. I'm going to be able to, they ain't going to find me. I do that in any place I've ever lived in. And so this time I just caught it on camera. But I just thought that this video is stupid. But it's one that I had the most fun filming.
It was fun. I loved it. Like, I remember I watched it and liked it. Like, it wasn't one of those where I, like, rolled my eyes or nothing. Like, I liked the whole video.
It was, I mean, I had a good time filming it, but you just kind of know which ones is not going to do good and which ones will.
So every now and then I get tricked, though.
Yes.
Because
yes,
I'm like, this video is about to crush, and then nothing. Mm-hmm. And then if it don't crush on all the platforms, like obviously, you know, TikTok, if it doesn't crush there, then I don't care. It's not, I don't judge a video of being good or bad, whether or not it does well on TikTok.
No, not me.
Now, if Facebook and Instagram both shit, then I'm like, that video must not have been good.
Yes.
Like, because Facebook and Instagram always push my videos out.
Yeah.
Now, after they push them out, if people don't watch them, they slow down, you know?
Yeah.
So when one of them doesn't do well on Instagram, I'm like, damn, I thought that video was good. It must not have been. Like,
well, Instagram ain't really like that for me, and I don't even make anything on Instagram. But Facebook, if it doesn't do good on Facebook, then
it's
not
good.
It's not good.
Right.
It's not a good video.
I remember Courtney put up a video the other day. She was filming herself singing because, you know, Amanda can sing too.
Your wife can sing too. Do you sing with her too?
I do, but like, I can't sing as good as she can sing. And
is that what she wants to do, is sing?
No, but she does love it. So she films videos a lot of times just for herself. She's not planning on posting them or anything. Mm. She just likes practicing, trying to get notes right and shit like that. So she's singing the other day. She's singing the Titanic song, the Celine Dion Titanic song. And I walk in from cutting grass, and I see her singing. I see she's recording herself. So I go behind her and start doing a full interpretive dance. Like I'm jumping and leaping. I should have had one of those ribbons, you know? And she didn't know I did it until the very end. She turned around and she's like, what were you doing? I was like, I was dancing the whole time. I was like, you need to post that. And she's like, I'm not going to post that. It's shitty quality. It's set up way away. It's not even on a tripod. It's just set up on, like, leaned up on a bookshelf. Yeah, did millions.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it did over 1 million on Instagram.
Wow.
And it's just me literally dancing like a ballet.
Damn, and it was not even edited or anything?
No.
That's the videos.
She sees me. You see me walk in the door, notice her, and start dancing. Then I walk back to my drink and drink it and walk off.
Wow. And did you put it on her account?
Yeah, hers. Yeah, hers. Anything that I think the girls will like, I'm gonna throw it on hers. Which she does get a lot of male comments. I mean, she is pretty, so
Yeah,
she's
she
gonna
is very
she's gonna get them. But mostly women on there. Like, oh my god, I love him. He's hilarious. Like that's what's crazy is like they'll comment on her thing, the videos we do together, and be like, he's so funny. Who is he? I'm like, I don't have any lady followers. I'm telling you.
That's how it is with men. Most men are just in your DMs wanting to do bad stuff to you.
Wants to do bad stuff to you.
I'm like, no, thank you. I just want to get freaky.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to do all that. Maybe Charlene, but not me.
They want you to dress up as Charlene though.
Some man asked me, he's like, if me and you were ever together, would you dress up like Charlene and F my brains out? I said, oh my God, what kind of man would? I mean, is this how
you can find
you
can find you a lady that really looks like Charlene somewhere. They're everywhere.
Oh man, Charlene is so ugly, and I have to overconfident her because that's how Vicky was. She was so confident in herself.
Right. Well, it sounds like Vicky got a lot of play. She had a reason to be confident.
I love that woman.
Did Vicky have where did the eye makeup thing come from?
She used lipstick. She called it rouge. Rouge or something
like Moulin Rouge.
You got to put my rouge on, and it was lipstick for everything. She would get blush and rub it in. This she did just like that. It was no rubbing it in, no nothing. And the lipstick, she says she has such thin lips that she wanted big lips.
So she overdrew them. Yeah.
And overdrew them by a lot. And so that's just what I do.
That is so funny that character is way funnier now that somebody really did their makeup like that.
Somebody did it?
No, I'm saying you're telling me that this is based on a real person.
I was about to say, I thought you said somebody else done
because
it. Like
the first time I saw Charlene, I was like, this is insane.
Yeah, it was insane. God, every time I watch back on a video, I'm like, am I really going to post that? People are going to see me.
Yeah, I love it. Your bloopers are my favorite.
My bloopers are funny because that's when you really get to like tap into just me too. Like,
right,
I break
you get
through.
Both sides.
Yeah, I'm really shy in real life, so
my bloopers never do. They do okay, but never like an outrageous, like a viral video.
Yeah, but I mean, bloopers really don't. But see, in the movies, the bloopers scenes are my
favorite part.
I stay for that part.
And I feel like I'm weird because the bloopers that I put up don't do well. So I'm like, maybe not everybody likes bloopers. I love bloopers.
I love
if I read bloopers somewhere, I'm about to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
definitely.
I remember there was a gag, like I was a huge Friends fan. Mm-hmm. Like whenever I was a kid, we watched Friends all the time. I guess because my mom liked it. So I watched Friends a lot. And there was an hour-long blooper gag reel of all the seasons of Friends. I watched the shit out of that.
I bet that was so
an
funny.
hour's worth of bloopers.
Wow. I was a big Mama's Family fan.
Loved it.
Mama's Family. And
if you, I know you said you hadn't seen Courtney. You should see her when she dresses up as Shirley. She looks just like Thelma Harper.
I think I've seen
just like her. She's got the pearls. She's got the little shawl like Mama wore. She's got the little glasses, and then the wig is Thelma Harper wig. I mean, it's
that was
perfect.
My show. I thought that was the best show. Anytime Mama's Family was on, I was in front of the TV.
I love watching clips of the Carol Burnett show.
Yes.
Yeah,
Carol
like when they invented these characters that later went on to be.
That's what I'm saying.
On
Everybody
television.
says that they remind me of her, and I'm like, no, that's definitely not. She was a.
That show was. I remember one of the guys on there, that Tim Conway guy. He used to do a little VHS tape called Dorf on Golf, where he cuts 2 holes in the ground, and he gets down about knee height. Or he takes tennis shoes and cuts the front off of them and glues them to his knees, so he looks like a midget. And but he can, since his knees are in the ground, he can lay all the way flat and sit back up. And he talks like this. This is how he talks on his Dorf on Golf, and it is the funniest thing. And you get to watch Carol Burnett show. And get to see like how he invented this character, like because he started doing it on that show, but not Dorf. It was like a same voice, different guy type of thing.
Right. Do you have a favorite comedian?
Probably Bill Burr.
Really?
I love Bill Burr. Who's yours?
Cat Williams.
Oh yeah, Cat Williams is the man.
I mean, that is just. I think he's the funniest whenever he talks about white people. I love when comedians talk about like, well, hi, I'll get you for the.
Dave Chappelle, same way.
God, I love
when they
that.
do their white, impressions, I love it when he's talking about because it's
when
true.
When he hangs the phone up, or like when you get a call, from a
no, scoochie here.
It's like, hang up. If you can't figure it out, call us back. We'll figure this thing out.
I've known him for 2 fucking weeks. He wouldn't do something like that. Mason murdered you.
That is my favorite. Yes, Cat Williams.
I love it when he's talking about going out with your white friends because dude, I didn't think about it at the time, but it's true. He's like, you go out with your black people, they drink something. This guy drinks Hennessy. This guy drinks. This guy drinks. He said, when you go out with your white friends, like, we're getting fucked up. It's so true. Like, that's how they were. Like, I remember going out with people, and that's all. Like, you could hand them whatever.
I know.
You could hand them whatever. They could bring a tray up. Like, remember how the waitress used to bring a tray up and it would just have all these different shots on it?
But not black people. They're so sophisticated with their drink. They want one specific
drink, and that's all they're going to drink.
Give me a Busch Light. Give me a dang Bud Light.
I was about to say, I remember, like, if y'all went somewhere and brought my own beer and then ran out, I'm just drinking whatever they had.
Yeah, me too. That's it. But no.
But, dude, that's true. Like, the black guys that I work with, they would only drink, like, Blue Ciroc or whatever it was, Hennessy, like that. Mm-hmm. They were not like jumping the fence.
Nope. I know that.
That's what makes comedians so funny is they can find that little thing that nobody else notices and make it a joke.
Mm-hmm. Now you can't do that. You can't talk about certain stuff nowadays.
I think it's coming back though.
I hope so.
I think it's coming back because people keep saying somebody will come out with something outrageous and they'll be like, oh, he's gonna get canceled, and then it doesn't happen, and I'm like, I think people are like, fuck this shit. This is boring.
Do you know who I really like that just doesn't care what they say, and they just don't? Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
He is just one that really sticks to his...
He just prints out. I mean, he just says whatever's in his head.
Yes, exactly.
Even if it doesn't make any sense, he's going to say it.
He don't make sense half the time.
That's what I used to love about Daniel Tosh is he just shit on everybody.
That was my favorite a long time ago.
Oh, man, he's such a great comedian.
Did you watch Tosh.0?
Yes, all the time.
Me too.
Yes. God, I love Tosh.0. And then he would always have one of the people on at the end.
Yes.
And they didn't even know they were being made fun of to their face, pretty much.
That is the best comedy to me. And he just keep a straight face.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's so monotone. That is funny to me.
Oh, yeah.
You are just nothing, but you can still make somebody laugh.
That's the thing about comedians is, like, I could also watch Dusty Slay, who's a clean comedian, doesn't say anything vulgar. He's hilarious to me all the way to the Bill Burr or the Tosh.0, who, get really edgy and really racy. And that's a full spectrum, but I love it all.
Yeah. Now, I don't like too vulgar.
Now you can cross
vulgar stuff. But
you can cross a line into now we're not funny and you're just saying this for like a shock factor, and I don't care for that. And that gets I've been doing comedy for 6 months or so, and it's a lot of that when you go to like these open mics and stuff. People get on stage and they just say something really vulgar and outrageous because they wanted you to say.
That can make the audience uncomfortable.
Like, yeah, but you didn't say anything funny.
Yeah.
You just said something outrageous.
Yes. You have to have a punchline.
You gotta bring the funny. If you want to take an edgy topic and make a joke about it, then that takes craftsmanship.
Yes.
It needs to be funny. Like, I need to really laugh.
Yes. I was doing a show one time with this, I ain't gonna say who it was, but
yeah.
He would get on the stage and you could tell that the things he said just made the audience visibly uncomfortable. And I was just like, oh my God. Some things just I would not say. And
that's not a good thing to have. It's if you can make them do that and then 2 seconds later make them all die laughing, then different. You're like, okay, we thought he was going to go a different direction. Yes. But you know what I'm saying? You're making them think you might say something awful and then you said something funny. Mm-hmm. But if you just make them uncomfortable, how is that good?
It was just so awkward and uncomfortable. You could see how, like, the audience was laughing, but then they would go, and everything would just, oh, God. Just kind of sunk my head down. And
well, we've been over an hour already.
Wow, really?
And it goes by fast.
That's good.
You tell everybody what you've got going on lately. Where can they go follow you, see you?
Well, I got that show coming up with you in
That's
Georgia,
right. We got a show
Statesboro,
October
Georgia.
11th, and it's going to be really good. You can find the flyers and the tickets on all our pages.
Yep. And
It's me, her, Brittany Smith, and they're going to have some musical guests as well.
Yep.
It's going to be good. It's for a safe haven.
Yeah, domestic violence.
Right. So y'all go follow Amanda Meadows. She's one of the funniest people on the apps.
And follow him too, because he's just as funny.
All right. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.